Welcome to Night Vision, Sterling High School's Visual and Performing Arts magazine. I'm Dan Patrick, Director of Dramatics.
And I'm MaryAnne Morgan of the Visual Arts and Computer Graphics Department.
And tonight we're going to bring you the first installment of what will become a regular update on what's going on in the visual and performing arts, two of the busiest areas in our school. Tonight we have interviews with two of Sterling's outstanding performers in the arts. First is senior Sean Brennan, and second is Dana Simone. I'm going to turn it over to MaryAnne to tell you about our featured achiever in the visual arts, Sean Brennan.
Earlier, I had the privilege of interviewing Sean Brennan, arguably one of the best visual artists to ever walk the halls of Sterling High School. Sean is going to share with you excerpts of his outstanding portfolio for college admission, a sample in progress of this year's Board of Education Commission Painting 2000, and he's also going to show you his #1 award-winning Teen Arts entry in the 1999 Teen Arts Festival. That's a particularly high honor since thousands of entries are submitted from all over the state of New Jersey, and Sean's was selected as the best in the state. Let's take a look at Sean Brennan's work. Hi there, welcome to Night Vision, Sterling High School's program on the visual and performing arts. Throughout the year, we're going to be presenting our stars in the art department. This program features Sean Brennan. Sean Brennan is one of Sterling's top visual artists and has, over the past 4 years, gained a reputation for outstanding creativity, achievement, and ability in the visual arts. So Sean, with such a great introduction, and it's all true, we're going to be talking to you and you're going to discuss with us your work and your goals as an artist. I'd like to also let you know that Sean was the 1999 state winner in the Arts for Teens, or New Jersey Teen Arts Festival. His portrait, his self-portrait, which was done in simple black and white shapes only, was a very compelling design of his likeness. It's very difficult to do portraits, and it's very difficult to get a likeness, but it's nearly impossible to do so when all you have to work with are black and white shapes. Anyway, Sean did this, and you can see on the screen the work, and it looks just like him. His hairstyle's a little bit different, but it's there. It's Sean. It's great. Congratulations, Sean.
Thanks.
Behind us, we have one of Sean's charcoal pieces, which is a really interesting, very interesting portrait. And I'd like you to explain to the viewers what this picture's all about.
Well, this is a charcoal piece I did for a series of emotion pieces. I was trying to convey emotion through my work, and this one is angst, and I distorted the face, and that's about it.
Well, it's very, very powerful, and I know that as you watch this program, this face is staring back at you. It's riveting. That's the power of portraits and the power of pictures. Sean, would you like to talk about some of your other pieces? Because you did a series of portraits and figure works as part of your project in depth, or your independent study as an art major here at Sterling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the next piece.
Well, each marking period we have a project in depth, and we have to pick a piece and work on it at home as part of something we do out of school. And so I did a series of portraits and figure works, and this first one is an abstract, and I sort of did it in a Dali-esque sort of style, and it has it's just the face coming out of like a liquid type substance, and it's with a stylized around it, and I did a negative picture of the same face within it.
And when you said Dali-esque, you mean the surrealist artist Salvador Dali?
Yeah, he's like my favorite artist, and a lot of his work has influenced things that I've done.
Why do you like Dali?
I like it because he paints things that you can't normally see, and it's like you can create things that like you can capture with a photograph or something.
So when the viewer looks at this picture, they're probably, it's like a puzzle to them, and they begin to gain some meaning from looking at the face, and they wonder, why is that hole in her face there? What are we looking through? What does it mean? Do you have a meaning here, or is it just up to the viewer?
I think it allows the viewer to interpret it however they want. I think pieces like this really make viewers think, and it makes it more interesting and interactive.
Well done. Okay. And the next piece that you would like to talk about with us is really nice. I love the way it's been double matted and contoured around the subject. It's beautifully done.
Thanks. That's because I work at Landsman's Framing Gallery, and they really did a great job on it. And but this is a piece I did in charcoal again, and I colored in the eyes and lips for effect. And I like the way it just stares back at you.
Again, when the eyes are looking right back at you, it really is a very compelling thing. Beautifully done. The next piece that we're going to discuss was done last spring, actually, and it's called an emerging grid. The object of the assignment was to take pattern, which is flat, and to evolve it and form it into a depth study so that pattern becomes form. It's an extremely difficult assignment and a very difficult concept. But Sean, you did it. You want to talk to us about it and tell us how you enjoyed working on this or didn't enjoy working on this?
It was tough, and at first I redid this one a few times and played around with the colors a lot. And this one, I really enjoyed it though, as tough as it was. And we had to paint each block, and that was a pain in the butt. But but it turned out really well.
Now the next picture that we're going to look at is really provocative. When you first look at it, you just see an abstract painting. But it was this painting that served as a catalyst for the concept that we're going to be putting into place for this year's commission painting. As you know, Sterling is undertaking a huge building project, and we're going to be putting in a whole new wing of science labs. The Visual Arts Department thought it would be nice if we could do a series of panels, paintings, not murals, paintings on panels for the new wing to enhance the appearance of the labs. And Sean's picture, which he's going to discuss with you now, is what led to the idea for the commission painting, which will this year be a series of 4 panels.
Yes, this is another part of an in-depth project, and I worked on this at home as part of my emotional series, and I decided to do fear, and I thought that if I did a cancer cell, it would really convey the emotion because it's something that really plagues the world, and I enjoy biology a lot, and so I went to Miss Hunt, the biology teacher, and asked her for any photographs she had of them. And I did a painting of this, and I didn't think it would evolve into what it has. But now I'm doing this series, and they're really turning out well.
I'll tell you what, that as an abstract is beautiful in and of itself. When you know what the subject matter actually is, it's terrifying. So we're taking subject matter and we're transcending its literal imagery, and we're transcending it to a design image that could be quite beautiful for the purposes of gracing the walls of the science wing. Now, Sean, you've just started the first panel, and the size of the panel is approximately, what would you say, 3 feet by 3 feet?
Yeah. And they seem big, but they're really. I enjoy working on larger pieces, and the first one I'm doing is actually a picture of tuberculosis, and I think that when you really look at the cells up close, they're really interesting, and they have a really nice design to them, and they're really colorful.
Okay, we're going to do something we don't usually do. We're going to let you see this large panel of tuberculosis in progress and just give you a little what we would call a teaser to see the work as it is beginning. And when you look at it, if you didn't know what the subject matter was, you would look at that and say, wow, what a beautiful purple design. And these will be beautiful designs when the series is finished, but they will be based on real bacteria, germs, viruses, whatever. Microbiology provides a wealth of subject matter for artists. And Sean, this is really going to be a nice and different beginning for the next century here at Sterling. Would you like to comment on anything else?
No, I don't think so. I just want to say it's really fun doing these sort of things. Like sometimes I get projects I have to do that are really boring or tedious, but I enjoy doing the cells especially because it's something that I think that I sort of thought up on my own.
Absolutely. One of the reasons the visual arts here at Sterling are so strong is because of students like Sean. Just as the athletic teams are strong based on the strength and talent of the athletes that we field, the same is true in the visual and performing arts. We are truly blessed to have wonderfully gifted students in our programs who work very hard to realize their fullest potential. Sean, congratulations for being our first guest, and good luck with the commission painting. And you're going to do very well this year and far beyond this year.
I'm sure you'll all agree that that's impressive work for a high school senior, and those are great achievements and honors for Sean Brennan. Our featured achiever in performing arts tonight is senior Dana Simone, and I recently talked to Dana about her successful audition and her upcoming tour with a national performing group called Young Americans. Let's look at that now. Welcome to our Night Vision Newsmaker interview with Sterling High School senior Dana Simone. Dana was recently selected to join a national touring group called Young Americans, and we're here tonight to find out all about that. First, I want to ask Dana what Young Americans is all about and how you found out about it.
Young Americans is a show choir in California, and you practice every Saturday and Sunday on the weekends, and you work Monday through Friday, and you go to college there, and then you tour throughout the states in the U.S.
Recently, we had a visit from a very big organization called Up With People, and in talking with some of those students, we found out how that works. Students apply, and they pay a fee, much like college tuition, and then they travel all over the country and the world. What did you have to do to get into Young Americans? Was it the same kind of thing, or did you have to audition for this?
You had to audition for Young Americans. You sat in a room with about 30 to 40 other people, and the director and other people that are also in the Young Americans sat and watched you audition. You fill out an application with your name and your age and where you live and what interests you. And you pick a song off the top of your head, and you have to sing it for them, and then when you're done, they tell you to stop, and they take your picture, and then you can leave.
Sounds like it was pretty scary to me. How did you decide what song to pick, Dana?
They had given us an idea of what songs would be acceptable, so they said anything that was on Broadway you could basically sing.
Can you tell us what song you did sing? Is it something we know?
I sang On My Own from Les Miserables.
Want to sing a few bars of it now, or well, I guess we'll save that for another program. But we want to find out a little bit about what your next year is going to be like. You're going to be all over the place, right?
I would fly out to California in the end of August or the beginning of September, and I would find a job there, and then I would perform and practice, and then I would have to audition to tour around the U.S., and then when I make it after the audition, I tour around here, and then I go back to home where I live in December, and then I go back to California again, and then you have to re-audition, and then you have to go tour the eastern part of the coast after that.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a really busy year for you. we want to find out a little bit more about you. We know that you came to Sterling from Magnolia Public Schools. What has your 4 years at Sterling been like? What kind of activities and subjects and so on? Tell us a little bit about you.
I have been in the musicals all 4 years. I was in the drama this year. I've been in marching band and concert band for 4 years. I've been in Silvertones for 4 years. Last year I had the lead in Hello Dolly. I was Dolly Levi. And I've been featured in the chorus shows as well.
Would you say that your experience here at Sterling High School in the Performing Arts program had a lot of bearing on your audition and your ability to succeed in this program?
Yes, it really prepared me for auditions in front of a whole group of people.
Well, a lot of people in this school spend an awful lot of time and effort involved in the music program and the band program and the dramatics program, and we're glad to see results like this, and we're really delighted that you've had this opportunity and are going to bring all this fame and fortune to Sterling High School. Someday when you're on Broadway, will you stop back and see us again?
Sure.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed these glimpses of a few of our students' activities and accomplishments and achievements in the visual and performing arts. Now, folks, the moment you've all been waiting for, because no show is worth anything without a commercial, and we have a commercial for you. Our handsome model here, Ryan Plotz, is modeling this beautiful Sterling Night Vision t-shirt, the official t-shirt of the visual and performing arts. Shirt was designed by Millie Maturana, a very talented senior, and I urge you to buy one of these shirts. No wardrobe would be complete without it. And let's face it, folks, you want to upgrade your wardrobes and you want to support the arts. What better way to do that than by purchasing a Sterling Night Vision t-shirt? If you would like to order a shirt, simply call the high school at 784-1333 and ask for Dan Patrick or MaryAnne Morgan, and we will be happy to take your order for one of these gorgeous Night Vision t-shirts.
Well said. You got to have it. We're going to close our first edition tonight with a bulletin board that will show you upcoming events in the visual and performing arts. Be sure to patronize our programs. You'll enjoy it, and you'll be doing the school a favor and showing the students that you support the efforts that they work out so very hard here every day. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.